What's up, guys? The next one that we're going to be talking about is Alexander Hernandez versus Renato Moicano. This is a fight that I was very much on the fence about in my very initial preview early looks video, but I was on the side of Alexander Hernandez, and now I'm going to step a little bit further into the yard of Alexander Hernandez here. I'm going to be picking him as the underdog to win this fight here. I think he's got the stand-up advantage over Renato Moicano. Renato does have pretty good stand-up himself, but the problem is my path to victory for Alexander Hernandez is to knock out Renato Moicano, and Renato has been knocked out a couple of times recently. He got knocked out by Rafael Fiziev in the first round. He got knocked out by Chan Sung Jung. I believe that was a second round knockout loss. He lost to Jose Aldo by knockout. I think he's also got a submission loss to Brian Ortega. Can't really take too much. You can't put that down on Renato too much, to be honest. That was not really the worst loss to have. But apart from that, his last three losses have been knockouts, and actually Chan Sung Jung knocked him out in the first minute. Wow, okay, so not really the best luck to really have coming into a fight with a power puncher like Alexander Hernandez, a guy that is going to want to keep the fight on the feet. And Alexander Hernandez, I don't see him wanting to take Renato Moicano down to the ground. Alexander Hernandez obviously pretty famous for losing to Donald Cerrone after talking all of that shit. But yeah, I think he's learnt from that. I think he put way too much pressure on himself to do that, and I think he's grown up a little bit, man. He's got a win over Mike Breeden, who was debuting at short notice. I don't really take too much stock in that win whatsoever. He did go to decision with Thiago Moises, which I guess isn't too bad. I mean, Thiago Moises is borderline top 15. I think he was ranked at one point when they made the Islam Makhachev fight, just to make it look like he was actually fighting someone ranked. Chris Gudismaka win. I mean, that one is aging well, weirdly. Let's be honest, lost to Drew Dober. That's a little bit of a concern in my opinion. But he's got a win over Francisco Trinado as well. But if we talk about the fighting styles here, Renato Moicano's got the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu advantage all day. I do think he's got a slight grappling advantage, but I do think that Alexander Hernandez is going to be able to keep Renato Moicano off of him. And I do think he's going to be able to keep the fight on the feet. I think that this fight is not going to go the distance. Either Renato Moicano is going to lock up a sub, or Alexander Hernandez is going to send Renato Moicano to the canvas. And it seems like Tapology is agreeing with me there. 59% of those picking Hernandez are picking by knockout. 52% of those picking Moicano are picking by submission. Not really anyone picking submission for Hernandez. I don't really see him getting a submission, to be honest. Moicano could maybe get some sort of TKO on the ground, but I do just see Moicano either submitting Hernandez or Hernandez knocking out Moicano. I am going to be sitting on the side of Alexander Hernandez. I'm picking him to win, and I'm picking him to win by knockout over Renato Moicano here, who has shown a lack of a chin in the past, and it does concern me just a little bit.